Now this is a fishing trip from hell, one I'm sure this entire crew will never forget. Here's the story from the National Fisherman that was published on November the 9th, 2025. A 134-foot U.S. fishing trawler with 5 crew members on board was rescued after drifting in heavy seas off Alaska's coast late last month. But not before a string of mechanical failures turned a routine tow into a days-long ordeal. According to the Undercut News, the vessel Great Pacific lost power about 100 miles south of Yakutat on October the 27th and was drifting in 30-foot seas before being taken in tow by the U.S. Coast Guard cutter John Witherspoon. The situation took a turn when the cutter itself suffered a main engine failure and was forced to release the tow line, leaving the Great Pacific unmanned and adrift for 5 days in the Gulf of Alaska. The Marine Exchange of Alaska in Juneau monitored the vessel's movements and alerted other ships of the drifting hazard. The organization said the Great Pacific got eerily close to running aground before being intercepted by the civilian tug Betty, which towed her safely to Port Itches between the Gulf of Alaska and the Prince William Sound. All 5 crew members were taken to Yakutat by the Coast Guard on October the 29th, with no reported injuries. The Great Pacific reportedly lost power to a broken drive shaft and later underwent an underwater assessment to determine her seaworthiness. Quite the ordeal, that's for sure, one the crew will never forget. But one has to wonder, why did it take 5 days for somebody to go and get a line on this vessel? The crew was already off, the crew was safe, but this vessel was left adrift for 5 days and getting closer to land all the time. You would think somebody could have got a line on her before that. Does make you wonder, doesn't it? But in the end, it all worked out. They got the vessel, they got her safe, and that's the main thing. The crew was already at home. They were all safe, so it did work out in the end. But that's a long time, that's for sure. All right, guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I'll see you on the next one.